Huh. Hair's a little shorter, I think. I don't know, hard to tell. But I'm fairly sure you're you. And it looks like I found you not a moment too late. Pins and needles all over, am I right? Yeah. Nasty thing, that beam of theirs. First blast disables your ship, second disables anyone on board. Ah, yeah, you're well. Huh, that was almost coherent. You should be knee-deep in drool, barely able... But you'll have to give it a little more... Uh-huh, you don't say. Well, I'd love to continue this enthralling dialogue we've got going on, catch up on old times, but clock's ticking, so... These guys who attacked you, it wasn't by accident. And if I hadn't intervened, you'd be on your way to a max security prison right now. These guys, they will come for you again, and right now there's precious little... Listen, there'll be enemy reinforcements here. Once you can walk again, come find me at these coordinates. Ah, and there he is. Welcome to Stardock Alpha, my current home away from home. Glad you found your way here. Oh, thanks, although it's not really mine. I'll introduce you to the owner later. But for now, I imagine you have a lot of questions, and I do have answers for you. But first, we need to talk about the people who attacked you. The group that attacked you, they're called Watchtower. I'm not surprised if you've never heard of them. To say they're clandestine would be an understatement. From what I've gathered, it seems they've made it their life's work to hunt down and confine individuals they consider dangerous. Individuals like you. And me. Why indeed? What makes you so special? What sets you apart from almost everyone else in the universe? I mean, there's gotta be something. Otherwise... I'm glad you think so. When Watchtower came for you, I'm sure their method of capture didn't escape. For people like us, Watchtower like to employ a particular device. A kind of energy weapon. Or at least it's meant to. But maybe now you're starting to get a picture on. You'd think so, wouldn't you? Now, I'm a little sparse on the details, but I do know they call this weapon the Synapse Disruptor, which seems an apt name if you... Oh, and here's the worst part. There's no foolproof counter to the Disruptor. None at all. Believe me, I've looked. That was a bit... Let me backtrack and rephrase things. There is no but the catch is, it's not something I can do alone. It's fairly simple, really. Maybe you already noticed, but Watchtower's Disruptor, it takes a while to charge between bursts. And as long as your ship has power, it needs to hit you at least twice in order to incapacitate. Now, if you're flying about all by your lonesome, it's not too difficult for Watchtower to blast you as many times as they need. But what if you weren't by yourself? In a nutshell, here's my strategy. You don't fly alone anymore. Instead, you get some buddies. You get more ships. You get a fleet. Then, even if Watchtower track you down and get a shot in with their Disruptor, with other ships there to cover you, they'd never get a second hit, giving you time to recover, get back in the Okay, good. I'm happy you're on board with this fleet idea. You know that the first time that we... Oh, right. Yeah, we've not really been introduced yet, have we? Let's rectify that. My name's Torin. Just Torin. I guess you could say I'm a traveler. Yeah, I travel the stars. Here and there, and sometimes back again. And it's likely during those travels I got the attention of Watchtower. And been trying to shake him off ever since. I think nothing of it. Just doing what's right. Okay then, if we're going to make this fleet idea work, it's about time we get a move on, before Watchtower catches us with our pants down. You and me both. Here's how we're gonna pull this fleet thing off. First, we need some hardware, equipment, especially designed to handle this sort of thing. Had a pal look into it, and he figured out what we'll need. A Model 2 Fleet Sync control node. And he knows where we can find one, too. But the problem is, control node's not easily accessible. It's stored away in an old facility with no simple way in. But I got a solution for that. Here, catch! That is our solution. You ever hear about the orbital drops the UC and Freestar Collective did during the Colony War? Basically, troops planetside would toss down a flare, like the one I just gave you. It would mark a spot, and then depending on what the flare signaled, ships in orbit would fire down whatever was requested. Emergency backup, supplies, or sometimes just a good old airstrike. Or orbit strike, I guess. They called them skydrops. Very versatile, very useful, and now very illegal. Forbidden by the armistice. At least for the military. But we're not military. I got a skydrop system rigged up to my ship, and that's what we're going to use to get into that facility and grab the hardware we need. That's what I like to hear. Time to get moving. Jump in your ship and meet me outside. Hail me when you're ready, and we'll plot a course. I'm glad we're doing this. You and me.
Jumping to Eridani 3 in the Eridani system. Once we're there, we can get things started. You good to go? Okay then. Power up your grav drive and take point. I'll be right behind you. at sunny Eridani 3. Alright, power up your scanners and do a sweep of the planet. See if we can find our facility. Receiving your telemetry. There it is. I see our facility, near one of the poles. Huh. Gren wasn't kidding. Most of it's buried under ice. Won't be easy to get inside. But no problem. That's why we've got Skydrop. Hey, watchtower drones, damn! They probably detected our scan. We'll have to deal with them before we can head to the planet, sir. Don't worry, these things aren't big enough to carry disrupt. Down to the cab. Scratch one hostile.
Enemy shield system has been damaged! Enemy shield system has been damaged! We locked at their shield! Directly to their trap!
Glad it was just drones. Okay then, let's get back to the plan. I'll need to stay in orbit in order to use Skydrop. You'll need to land and find... Once you're there, I'll provide for... Make sure you keep warm. Okay. Facility you're looking for shouldn't be too far away.
Yes, sir.
Make your way there and I'll start prepping Skydrop. Looks like you're there. Okay, here's what you need to do. In order for Skydrop to work, the ship deploying needs pinpoint coordinates and a... drop request. So, take out that flare I gave you, punch in a request for a surface missile, then throw the flare near the exposed portion of the facility. That's right, we're blasting this sucker open. And I've only got one missile on board, so make sure you don't mess up. Okay, that's a good read. System's got a lock, missile loaded, Skydrop deploying. Nice work. Throw it away inside. facility we're breaking into. But I didn't expect them to have... Scratch it! We just used our only sky drop! Shit! Oh, I got an idea! Get some distance between you and that thing, now!
System integrity at risk.
Alright, remember, Watchtower is still looking to capture you. So find the control node, get back to Stardock, and my friends there will help you. And if we don't see each other again, best of luck. I got complete confidence in you. Hey, you want to see something cool? Fix your eyes on the mech. And say goodbye in 3, 2, 1... Touchdown.
Spoils of victory. Hopefully they amount to something.
Hey, you found it. All by yourself, too. Well done. I am? Huh, you're right. How about that? Guess I do have some explaining to do. But not here. Not now. We'll be safer back at Stardock. We can talk more there. And also get started on your fleet. Sounds good to me. Now call me crazy, but I don't think my ship is going to be flying anytime soon. So I'm going to have to bum a ride. Don't worry though, I am a great co-pilot. I only ever crash ships when I mean to. Okay. Was that you, or...
Warning. Connection error detected. Anomalies in Corvette control system. Containment protocols engaged. Area sealed.
Huh. Evidently, pulling that control node had one or two unforeseen consequences. Oh, no. No, 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 no. We are not... This isn't... We cannot fight this thing. It's shields. There's no way we can get through those. The fire... Wait, I think I got a plan. Stay here.
Evaluating reactivating weapons systems.
1 second. Just checking. That's missing some systems. But it does have a synapse disruptor. Perfect. One small snafu. Corvette doesn't have power. But it is umbilical to the facility's reactor. Here's the plan. We can draw power from the facility. You just need to flip some breaker switches. Should be 4 of them around the hangar bay. I'll regulate things from here. You flip those switches fast as you can. Okay, good start. Power started flowing, but we'll still need more. Don't stop now.
Science will not be tolerated.
Nice, but the Corvette's still thirsty. Keep it up. Almost there, but we're still
waiting for Asgard.
I am re-engaging the enemy.
You did it! Yes! Disruptor's got all the power it needs. All right, hold on. I'm taking the shot.
Hey. Hey, you all right? Pins and needles? Yeah, I know. You got zapped by the disruptor. Of course that would happen. I should have thought of that. Sorry, that's my bad. But hey, the mech's out of commission. See? Nothing but fried circuits. All thanks to you. You're not half bad at this whole thinking on your... You're welcome. Drool running down your chin and still impeccable manners. Bravo. You're looking more upright than I'd expect. Guessing the disruptor didn't get a clean hit on you. Huh, that's lucky. Means you should be able to walk, and in a straight line even. More or less. Well, lockdown's over and we have the control node. We can finally leave this place. Come on, let's hightail it back to Stardock.